Hello, Crystal family. My name is Priscilla from Crystalthingsheal, here to talk to you about creating a sacred space. So many people know about sage, right? But there's so many other ways, and I'm going to talk to you about that today. Sorry for the glare. It's probably my laptop because I have other notes here. So today we're going to talk about different herbs, what their uses are. We're going to talk about calling an archangel, the angels. We're going to talk about using different crystals. We're going to even go into a prayer for shamanism. So you're going to learn all these different ways today of how to create a sacred space, because not one way is for one person, right? There's so I'm gonna, I don't know, it would be helpful. I thought it would be helpful for some viewers, so we're going to do that today. So let's get right to it, right? The most popular, I would say, is going to be sage. We're going to talk about herbs first. Is going to be sage. What does sage do? Well, sage actually changes the ionization polarity in the air. What does that mean? Whoa, right? We're going to rewind that for a second. It basically purifies the air. It changes the little atoms and molecules in the air, and then it purifies it. When you raise in the vibration of it, that's why it helps you, because lower vibrational energies won't be able to match up with you, okay? They won't be able, as you get higher, they're like, oh, wait, help me. So, next, we're going to go to cedar. What does cedar do? Cedar basically takes out the garbage, okay? The stuff that you don't want. The smoke is used also to ward off sickness, okay? Lavender, very popular. Also, I probably should have went for that next. Lavender, it brings in love, it neutralizes chaotic energy, it helps us sleep. Very, very, very popular. Very easy to find, okay? So I actually teach all this, so I actually have little notes and all that good stuff for you guys, and I'm making sure I get into it, that way I don't miss anything, and I teach you as much as I can in this video. So lavender is useful for attracting peace and happiness, and like I said, it helps us sleep, it reduces depression and grief and sorrow, and it aids in meditation, manifestation, and divination. So lots of uses for that. It was also traditionally used and associated with elves. Fun fact for you, right? Next, we have sweetgrass. Super great to use for like cleansings, okay? See, I can't speak. Sweetgrass, it was used to connect the heavenly ascended beings and to basically like sweeten the pot, okay? This is an excellent thing to use if you're trying to cleanse a sacred space or create a sacred space, okay? Next, we're going to go to tobacco. Tobacco is very commonly used. Why? It's because tobacco is used for the warrior male energy, and the warrior male energy is the protector. So that is something else to include in your little thing. All right. So another thing you can use is cornmeal. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like move from the glare, but whatever. We're real here, okay? Another thing that you can use is cornmeal. Cornmeal is actually more of a female energy, and the staff of life. What it does is it brings blessings and manifestation, okay? Tobacco and cornmeal will help you if you put it together. It'll help you with thriving in a situation that you're trying to get at. So let's go to copal. There's different kinds. Copal resin. Copal, now the colors. We have white copal resin, right? And that is for like dusting, house cleansing, and to like tune things up. Then we have gold copal resin. And gold copal resin is to clear like lesser chaotic spirits and attachments. Then we have black copal resin. Black copal resin is often used for exorcisms. Alrighty, so let's say you want to do a blessing of a home, okay? This is something that I often do. Little tidbit here, if you combine all of that together, that really, really is great for cleansing a home. But let's say you just want to do like a blessing of a home, nothing too crazy. I would suggest using sage, sweetgrass, cornmeal, tobacco, cedar, lavender, and white copal. That would be your little, I can't think of words today. Nope, not thinking about it. Just go for that. Okay. Sometimes in meditations, if you're trying to create a sacred space, I know some people do, I do this sometimes actually for when I do sessions. You can bring instruments into it too. So instruments, you can use drums and you can use, and that's something that they use in shamanism, but we'll go into that in a little bit later. But you can use drums and it's called the heartbeat of the Mother Earth and is referred to as the horse. And the horse is basically like you're riding the rhythm, okay? So you're using the rhythm and the frequencies of the drums to open up the space. And then you can use something called a rattle, can actually be used at the end of a healing session to close up the space. So because it has a different frequency. Kind of cool, right? So another thing we're going to talk about is using the different directions, right? So north, east, south, west. Now, sometimes we don't really know what direction we're facing, okay? Because, whatever. There's probably an app for that, but if not, you want to go old school, get yourself a compass. A compass is going to help you with all those directions and finding those things for you, okay? Alrighty, so we got through that part. If you ever want to play it back, because I know I talk fast, if you ever want to play it back, go for it. And this is always here for you. It's always going to be up, okay? So we are going to talk about calling in the archangels. Yes. That's like our spiritual troop. So not just calling in your spirit guides and your higher self and all that stuff. Of course, that's something that you can definitely do. I'm actually going to teach you like a little practice that you can do when you're directly calling in the archangels. I'm sorry for the glare, guys. I can lower my, maybe better. Okay. So, again, we're going to use the directions, and you're going to see me looking down because, like I said, I have my notes from my classes that I teach. I just wanted to give you guys some, free knowledge. Okay. Give me a second. We're getting there. Calling in. Okay, so first I should have started with this first. I think I did. Not sure why we create a sacred space. We create a sacred space whenever we're doing any energy work. And the reason why is because we're opening up a space to multiple energies, right? And we want the good stuff to come in for us, or we want to at least be protected from the bad stuff. It's not necessarily bad though. Bad, stagnant, whatever. So that's when we call in our guides. We do all the good stuff. We, sage it up. We can do all that. There was something else I wanted to say. If you want to do like a home cleansing, salt water, or just purifying air. And salt water works great. Alcohol works great. All of that, all good things, right? Alrighty. So, I know I'm saying so a lot. Creating a sacred space by calling in the archangels. You want to, whatever room that you're working in, you want to stand in the center of the room. That's probably like, I put my hands here, right? So you want to stand in the center of the room, and then you're going to close your eyes and you're going to face the north, whatever the north is to you, right? So you're going to face the north and you're going to call on Archangel Oriel. And when you do this, he enters the north corner of the room and is going to be filled with a golden light. And you're envisioning this. Okay, so he's entering your room and is filling with a golden light in the north corner. And in his hand, he holds an amber crystal. Okay? Now you're going to turn to the east. In the east of the room, you're going to call Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael enters the room and an emerald green light fills that corner. And in Archangel Raphael's hand is an emerald crystal. Okay? I'm going to explain this in a second, I promise. Then you turn to the south and call on Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael steps into the room and that corner fills up with a vibrant cobalt blue / purple light. And in his hand is the Sugi light crystal, right? So then we go to the west. And then we go to the west and we call on Archangel Gabrielle. And she fills the room in the corner with an orange hue like a sunset. And in her hand she has a citrine crystal. So fast forward a little bit, right? Crystals are definitely used for healing properties, okay? Crystals I would suggest getting are these exact ones. An amber for the north, an emerald for the east, a Sugi light for the south, and a citrine for the west. You don't have to use these crystals, but I do suggest it. And the reason why is because you're going to place the actual physical crystals in these corners of the room, right? And all these archangels that are these angels that you ask to come in and cast protection in the room and fill it with unconditional love, right? Each angel is going to place that crystal that they came in your room with on top of yours. And what that does is the crystals are absorbed into the earth and below your room, right? So the energies get forced. And you might actually physically see like a white shining light from it. So anyways, once they place the crystals on top, I'm trying to find, I have crystals here just to show you an example. I'm just gonna, for example purposes, here's your crystal in the room. One of the angels come in and place their crystal on top of yours. This then shows a white light beaming through there and below. And what does that do? It's actually going to create a pyramid above your room, right? Because it's created that sacred space, and below down to the earth soil. And that creates your sacred space using the archangels and using crystals. Now, let's say you don't have all those crystals, right? One of my faves, selenite. Selenite is a great cleansing crystal. It actually is, it not only charges itself, but it also charges, I know my nails are horrible, I'm sorry. Just, it is what it is, okay? So it can also charge other crystals too. So this is something that can be used to be placed over all your doors. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. You can't see it there. I actually have in all my windows, because I do spiritual work, and my doors, I have some selenite. Very helpful. I love it. Okay. What else did we want to talk about? We talked about herbs. We talked about crystals. Let's see. Amethyst is also a very great protection stone. Those are probably going to be like the fastest ones you can find. If you, let's say, you have someone in your house and you can't have any smoke in your house, so you can't sage anything up, you can't burn anything. They do make stuff called sage spray, okay? Sage spray works just as good because it's made with the same properties. It's actually like boiled into a substance, and it has alcohol in it, and it has other properties inside. Putting crystals. Oh, you can see it on camera, actually. You can probably hear it. I have crystals, protection crystals inside. So black crystals like black obsidian. I have I think there's clear quartz, and there's amethyst in here. This is not a promotion, I'm just teaching. So you can do sage spray as well. There's Palo Santo spray. Oh my God, you talk about Palo Santo. That's another popular one. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different ones that you can use. Alrighty. And I kind of want to go into one more thing with you. I told you we're going to talk about shamanism, right? So I have it somewhere. You're going to hear me ruffle through papers real quick. Shamanism. Yay! How do they create a sacred space, right? Or what's one way that they do? I happen to know that for you. So I am actually going to do a prayer with you for creating a sacred space. And this is commonly found, it's called the 7 arrows or the gatekeeper prayer. And yeah, we're just going to go through it so you can hear it for yourself. If you're interested in knowing a little more about it, you can contact me. No problem. I'm all for it. I can even post it on my website if you want, crystalthingsheal.com. I totally did not promote anything in the beginning of the video because I was just focusing on sending this message to you. Yeah, so crystalthingsheal.com. If you're interested, I would be happy to send it to you, okay? Alrighty. So this is called the 7 Arrows Gatekeeper. We are going to begin. Sun rises in the east. So we're going to start by standing facing the east, okay? Said, I'd like to call in the 7 arrows to close the sacred space for protection, communication, guidance, and any reason you're doing this ceremony. Aho. Aho means thank you. Okay? So you're facing the east, and the color of the east is red. And this is for Wabin. Ho Wabin to the east, land of our dawn and birth, bringer of our air, bringer of the eagle of the spring. Aho. We're going to face our bodies to the south. And this color of the south is yellow. I'm going to say this name wrong, and it's okay. And this is Chandouanese. Ho, Chandouanese to the south. Land of our youth and sun, bringer of the fire, bringer of the coyote of the summer. Aho. We're going to face our bodies to the west. The west is the color of the black. Of black. And this one, again, going to say this wrong, and it's okay. Okay, they know you're trying. So this is, I say it's wrong every time. Mudu Jennies. Or Genesis, something of that sort, okay? Bear with me. I'll send it to you if you want me to. Then you start with Ho. Mudu Jennies to the west. Land of the people twilight. Bringer of water. Bringer of the dreaming bear of fall. Aho. Remember, we're saying thank you because we want to show gratitude. Then we're going to face actually down to the floor because now we're talking to Earth Mother. Earth Mother is green and she's divine feminine and she thrives physical things, right? So, Ho Gaia, you know Gaia is, right? Ho Gaia, Earth Mother, please send me your pure essence frequency, the light to sustain and support and mature my body with the nutrients you have to offer. Help me thrive in the physical. Aho. We're going to put our hands up in the sky and we are going to talk to Sky Father. Sky Father is blue, just like the sky, right? And this is the male face. He protects the needs to thrive the spiritual world. Ho, Sky Father, please protect me and help me to thrive in the spiritual world. Aho. And of course, we have God, also known as Waboose. And this represents all colors. Ho God, spirit of the earth, air, fire, and sea. You are all around us, and you are inside of me. Aho. Last but not least, Grandmother Moon. Grandmother Moon, 5 elements in balance. Air, thought and process. We have water, core of beliefs, of emotions, all beliefs in time, and energy put out. Attracts people and events. fire, enthusiasm, courage, decisiveness, power, and creativity. Earth, the physical body, and spirit, soul. So that would be the end of your ceremony. And while you're doing this, then you would be creating your sacred space, and then you want to collect that energy, right? You want to take it in, you want to feel it, you want to say thank you for this energy. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel lots of vibrations, and you might feel some tingling in the hands, right? Alrighty. I think that's really it. I don't know. You can call in the directions. Another thing that you can do, altars are great things. Turn on your altar. You always, always, always. I have a card. I'm not going to find it right now. But there's something called a turn on switch, right? And your spirits, they like this. Whenever you do a specific healing work, energy work, anything like this, put something on that is your turn on switch. It could be a necklace. It could be a bracelet, a rubber band, whatever it is to you, but you want to make it clear to your guides that this is your turn on switch and you are doing this work. It could be in shamanism, they use shawls. Okay. The turn on switch is a great idea. And then when you take off, you say, that's, you're closing the space out, right? They know that you're done doing that work. Okay. I said altar, right? Okay. So in my particular altar that I have, and I use when creating a sacred space, is I also use elements, but I use earth, water, fire, and air. Okay, so what I mean by that, and I give an offering to my spirit guides because I want to show them that I'm grateful for them. Okay, so fire, you can use a candle, right? The earth, some people, depends on what's good for you. You can use things from the earth outside. You can use crystals because they come from the earth, okay? Water, you can literally use water if you want. What do I have for water? Oh, I have a feather because I studied shamanism. I'm looking at my thing. I have a feather, but I have something that was gifted to me. Okay, I don't know what I have for water. Oh, I actually have a seashell to represent the water, and it was actually given to me as well. So these are all things I've been collecting over the years. But anyways, you can find whatever it means to you. All right, well, I hope this was a helpful video for some of you or all of you. I just wanted to teach you or, share some knowledge on different ways to create a sacred space. And I wish you all a lovely day/night, whatever it is to you during your time. And I'm grateful for all of you. Until next time, bye.